now. Maybe Boot's going back there so they can get down a quicker ward, by the way. Always love to see that. I don't know if it can. But I'll tell you something. When I saw the first picks come out and I saw that Nature's Prophet, there was a part of me that was just like, oh, they're mentally done. They're like, that bottom lane. They're going to remember that bottom lane for the rest of their life. They're like, we had to get Nature's Prophet so he could push out the bottom lane. We don't lose tier 4 towers for nothing. But they put together a really good draft for Ooredoo Thunder at the end. You picked the Primal Beast. You said that would be a really good one against Sumail. What do you like so much about it?
I like the Primal Beast just for the laning phase. You already have Hoodwink as your laning support, so it's a lot of killer threat. When Naga uses her mirror image, you obviously can just trample them down and kill them off. So it basically just provides constant plays, and I think Nature's Prophet loves when you have additional damage, you have Zeus, and you have great setup, you have Primal Beast. So now like all three cores, if they have a decent start to the game, can play together just to overwhelm some of these more farming cores of Nigma, because this is farm central on their side of the map.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that what you're talking about right there, I'm just envisioning it in my head. You've got, a Primal Beast running in with Onslaught, 3 bounty runs, by the way, for OT. And then Wrath of Nature, Thunder God's Wrath, whoever it is that's jumped on is dead. Voider is going to have like an absolutely stellar time killing off these heroes. But there is also that danger. If he oversteps, goes a bit too far forward, Amar might just be able to tear him to pieces. This is a hero that rips through the Primal Beast if you can hold him in place for long enough.
Yeah, I think both of the tanky heroes on both sides will have opportunities where they're not so tanky and get exploded, right? Like even for Timbersaw, if Amar overplays his hand, right, you've got Sharpshooter, you've got Flesh Golem damage amp, Zeus Shard as well. There's a lot of ways to burst tanky heroes. So even though both sides have one, it is going to be a very methodical game in how they approach the engagement, because it isn't as simple as just get into the middle of the fight, because both of them can die.
Well, and I think the thing that Fear said at the end, too, where it's, for Nigma, they just sort of plan to be better, to, outplay opponents. They play what they're comfortable with. And I think that that's something that sort of has been interesting watching Ooredoo Thunder, too. If you look at the teams that they've lost to, it's been these, weird teams that sort of do funky stuff and make crazy stuff, and the games go late. And it's a bunch of players that, haven't had that real huge experience yet on the big stage. And for Nigma, when it gets to 60 minutes, you can only practice that in your scrims so many times. It's pretty hard to practice in scrims, in fact. This is the type of game that Nigma's played a ton of times, and Kuro specifically.
Yeah, and unfortunately for OT, when you think about both of the games that they've lost with such big leads, it's been... 1 second. That's Kuroki.
First blood, maybe? Maybe? Yes, it is. That's a good start.
Yeah, in one game it was Noob Zeus getting picked off by the Uragi Anti-Mage due to some nice vision from Tiger, and then in the previous game we just watched, it was Noob Stormspirit getting picked off again a couple of times. So I think at least for Noob, he plays such an incredible early to mid game, but when the games do get super close in the late game, his volatility and hunger for the pickoff can maybe be the downfall against these more random teams.
Oh my god, GH starting to drop very low. That glimpse did more damage to him than they ended up doing to TA2000. Eidolons ran out right then. Spoiler going to back away to take some good damage there from Kuro and Sumail. But yeah, very interesting start to this. And obviously with the Enigma, you're going to be able to deny out a lot of that farm from that Nature's Prophet. Already 5 denies on Enigma.
Yeah, it's going to help stall out the Nature's Prophet a little bit. And of course, if you can delay his level 6 and his entry to the game, it's going to help a lot.
Cookie.
A lot of fighting already occurring.
Oh, good bushwhack though to turn that. Still trying to trade here.
Standing his ground.
I know, not that afraid even with trample up. Just recognizing that they have a lot of strength right now, hitting that level 3 before OT did.
Yeah, it's really important for this side, especially when Ruta gets level 3, 2 points trample. He's just going to play with so much more confidence in this lane, and it's on Kuroki to make sure he uses Scatter Blast or Fire Cookie or Snap Cookie at the correct time to prevent this Primal Beast just following Naga back down the lane.
Now it's interesting. You think a lot about Sumail there as you see him walk up and go for that one deny. I feel like he's still got that mentality of the mid, right? Where he's trying to deny out every little bit of farm. Some of these other carries, they're lazy. They're just heading over, trying to get creeps for themselves, not focusing on as many denies. Sumail's like, nah, I'm gonna get everyone I can here.
He's good, he's good.
But
I think we'll ever see him go back to mid lane. Do you think he's now just the carry player?
I mean, if they lose a couple times, maybe. I don't know. Like, that's what it feels right?
Okay. So,
When they win, they change up core roles.
so this series is literally Sumail's laning career.
There it is.
Okay, noted.
Kyrie goes down. MC able to bring him down with those Eidolons. They're going to lose, I think, almost all 3 of them there. But Bushwhack back, and a Courier Snipe. Play Belmar. Able to get that one down.
Yeah. I think we have to look towards mid lane. This is the lane that, even though noob as a Zeus, you have pretty good wave pushing potential with Arc Lightning. There will be a point where the catapult comes in, Timbersaw can just stand his ground, keep it alive. Noob should be able to protect his tower. He's going to need some additional supports to rotate in, but then again, it's like, where's the damage? Like, the damage that we mentioned for Amar to die, it's kind of like mid-game scaling damage, not this exit a laning phase, ha, we got him. Unless Amar, of course, is tanking multiple tower hits and already half HP when the fight breaks out.
Yeah, he has to be playing pretty freaking aggressively and with not that much care for his own life for that to happen, it feels like. As he does still play underneath the tower right there, but 28-3 versus the 28. And now Kuro in danger up top. Cookie out. Won't be able to get away. That acorn shot came in for the finish. And this is the timing that we knew could come about from OT. Sumail underneath the tower is going to drop. And with this Ring of Health Embracer build, he is so hard to bring down on this Primal.
Yeah, and this is why the last pick in it.
No, won't be able to get him.
What a messy lane. Eidolons versus Treants.
Yeah. And then, of course, when things get a little bit too spicy for the NP, he can just TP back home and then come back out to the lane again.
He's TPing in very aggressively behind Nigma here.
MC, is he going to get caught?
He has no quelling. He's
Tombstone,
dead.
He's gone. Yeah, didn't stand a chance. And GH also in some trouble. Let's pop that Fairy Fire. That keeps him alive.
It is a catapult wave. They might be able to, tickle this tower a little bit if they want to. Maybe like to a 3rd HP, but no. Oh, Corey tried to pull, but didn't get off.
Okay.
Good old zombies ruining it.
Well, he'll farm that up at least a little bit here, while the catapult does do some damage. It's not a ton. Amar loses his courier to the Zeus.
All right, it was on the way out, not the way in. So, luckily for Amar, he's able to get his mana boots.
Amar versus Omar. Who will win? Well, it looks like it might be the Timbersaw if he's not careful. Does chase him. Yeah, cut that one down with another round of Chakram in just a second. Should be able to find the easy finish.
Yeah. Amar better than Omar. Good job.
It's alphabetical.
I mean, it's kind of scripted, wasn't it?
Yeah. But you can see across the lanes right now, besides the mid matchup, which is very, very even, it's both other side lanes for Ooredoo starting to get into a little bit better position.
Yep. This is the natural trajectory, though, for Nigma's heroes. These, because of their nature, they're very passive farmers. But even though they get good CS, it's not as if they have a threat. And GH is able to survive.
Get away from there. It looks like he's going to be okay. Jeez. Very spooky.
Noob's very sad on that one.
Yeah.
You always want your first Thunder Ghost Wrath to actually, connect on a free kill, get yourself back into the game a little bit more, but yep, unfortunately not for him. But yeah, going back to my point, it's like Naga and Nigma, they farm well, but they don't ever really pressure the enemy carry unless it's like a really good matchup. And the matchups that they have here, it's just passive farm. So Ooredoo are going to be able to enter this mid game with just nice, healthy net worth leads. Right. And we've already mentioned how well they kind of enable each other. So it's on Ooredoo to connect these heroes and actually capitalize on just the overall draft that Nigma has.
Well, we talked about the potential for stacks to be built up for the Timbersaw. In fact, it's been the other side. Ooredoo have been building up a lot more stacks themselves. Sec door. What the heck? Okay. I don't know. Maybe he just walked off to the door. Regardless, there are some stacks that are being built up right now for the Radiant side instead. So
Did
a double stack
leave, or just MC leave?
Just MC.
Okay, so he's like the adult of the group. He looks after them.
What the hell was that?
Very random. That boot camp. Be knocking on that door during boot camp.
But you guys, I don't know.
That's right.
I feel like somebody else could have maybe opened the door. Well, 7.5 minutes, going ready. They're ready to go. And Tier 1 tower are going to start to get hit up on this top side, while Tier 2000, you can see, queuing up that Midas, getting closer to having it completed.
It would be interesting to see what Nigma's first move is, because again, like their heroes, they just kind of shove out waves, like non-committally. And I feel like it's Amar's job to give Snapfire and to give Disruptor some purpose in the game.
Right.
Because they need a core to just play around. And of course, they have plenty of damage, especially when Kuroki hits 6, same thing with GH. And you already see how they're kind of giving away some XP to the supports now to get them in the game, but...
Right.
Again,
Well, while that's happening too, you can see Noob, I mean, they're thinking about going here on a Kuro and actually just going to pulverize him. Homar moving in. That is the easiest kill that I have seen in a little while. Onslaught in, and a couple more hits. Oh my god, Kuro.
there it is.
There it is. Maybe it wasn't the easiest kill in the world. But they cleared out one of the stacks nonetheless. And now TA2000, he's caught. Level 6, Wrath of Nature coming in, but the damage, it's far too much. Tombstone down, they turn onto it. Amar wants to try and chase down Kaori here. Finds him for a moment. GH, no glimpse available. So wasn't able to take down that Undying, but they got the bigger kill.
Yeah, and a nice play overall. I think, especially at this point in the game, normally Nature's Prophet is a hero that TPs away from the map, takes a free tower, so Ooredoo delaying their ability to try and make these bigger moves, and yeah, Nigma are punishing it. How healthy is it? Oh, it's full HP. What am I even saying? I was like, oh, is the tower going to be any damage here? But nope, it's a full HP tower. MC's about to tickle it for the first time in the game. Oh, there we go.
Well, and in the meantime, as we saw, it's going to be up top where they take it down.
That's a solo Primal Beast, by the way. That took no rotation to actually kill off the tower.
I mean, he had been whittling it down bit by bit as the sort of map had gone on, but yeah, he has really taken over that. And his top net worth in the game right now, in spite of the Zeus clearing up that big stack of small, or rather of the hard camp. Trying to get vision down, GH, the glimpse, it's going to be there. So, Kaori in some trouble. MC not wanting to go all the way under the tower, though. A little afraid of the rotations that could come out, and of course, that Zeus ulti that's ready.
Actually kind of an awkward part of the game here. I feel like Amar, he's just been, pushing up mid-wave, walking around. Nice time to destroy that.
And they move for the all-in play, try to catch him. Pulverize is going to be there. No stacks of reactive means that Mar is going to die. Kaori, again, hit underneath the tower. They're trying to take down this tombstone. Sumail actually moves in, and the glimpse to keep one away. Kaori down and is going to fall, trying to go for the snipe from downtown. Sumail able to sidestep it. And now with the pig pull, the wraparound, tries to run away. He's in trouble. The juke back did not work. Boy, they're just absolutely wrecking this game as Disruptor was barely able to TP out. He is having a field day here.
I mean, he's 4-0-2. He's also gone for Vanguard as well.
What a last pick.
So it's incredibly tanky. A beautiful last pick. And I was mentioning, I feel like Amar, he's just a bit lost on the map. Like, he's waddled around the mid lane, looked at a couple, potential engagements, hasn't committed. And again, it's difficult. It's not like he has another core to play on. And on the flip side, Ooredoo, it's like anytime a core syncs up with each other, they're gonna find kills. And 2 points reactive, no creeps tanking you. You have no tankiness to your name. You just go down to a couple quick spells. So for Nigma, I feel like they really want to get their supports with their Timbersaw and make some plays to just bridge the gap with their job.
And they're doing it right now. This is exactly what they're hoping to make happen. They're going to find him, kill off that Zeus, and now have the follow-up too. With the kisses coming down, Kuro just drops it, takes down the Undying. And just like that, they have killed 2 heroes mid and are set up to try and pressure this tower.
Yeah, and this should be the theme of the rest of this mid game for Nigma. Just keep chaining these spells together.
MC, they're hunting, wanting to find him. If they can get away without using the black hole, that would be huge. And it looks like they're going to be able to. They take down TA2000. Going to maybe now turn their sights onto this Primal Beast. It's kind of falling apart a little bit for Ooredoo Thunder again.
Yeah, they can't kill a Timbersaw who has support, so just Nigma just taking that read, realizing their mistakes and going, okay, adjust quickly, play in this formation, and then Ooredoo are just on the retreat.
Right. Well, and again, I sort of go back to this NP, thinking about it a little bit, and it solves, like, obviously in the first pick, and we've seen it be a really good hero, it solves the problem of the last game that OT had, but now they're dealing with this, like, overwhelming team fight coming from these 4 heroes that are not named Naga Siren, and Sumail's just AFK farming.
I mean, MC's also kind of AFK farming, but potentially should just die.
Walk into 2, they find him, the Bushwhack's going to be there. And MC dodges 1. Does he have enough to bring him down with the pipe back up again? Oh, the hood, it was just back up, but it doesn't look like it's going to be able to be used to keep him alive. So they bring in a lot of numbers. They get the kill. They are a little bit surrounded right now. And with Amar moving in, this is the tree. Oh, was that a tree cut? The side of OT? Couldn't tell. Keeping him away. Bushwhack is still going to connect. Kuro moving into position, looking for the cookie stun. It's going to be there. So they find another kill. All this scrappy little back and forth engagements is just oodles of space for the Sumail Naga Siren.
Oh, and another glimpse.
Finding him and catching him. Undying, another kill on the board if they can bring it down, and they will. He runs into both of them. Still a good chunk of damage out. The magic damage is insane. Mar barely able to get away from that one, but no. They move in with Noob, clean up the kill. That is what OT were looking for, and they make it work perfectly. Have any TP in from TA2000? Doesn't look like it. Just going to keep pushing out the wave instead.
Yeah, and throughout all of this, you finally got TA2000 kind of hitting some creeps. Again, this isn't the most, like you've already mentioned, it's not the best Nature's Prophet game. He's not going to be this like, haha, he gets to this item, he crushes it. It's very much an enabling carry where he needs his team to set him up to get the clicks off. If there's ever a moment where it's a BKB black hole from Enigma, Nature's Prophet will just die. And I think for Amar, potentially regretting his itemization a little bit here, especially in these early scraps. He is just getting pretty much 100 to 0 from constant Zeus spells the entire time. Even his ult puts Timbersaw to an awkward amount of HP. Yeah. A casual cloak. Of course, if this was an offlane Timber, he'd probably have a hood, but because he is playing mid, he's going Sanj Kaya, then he's going BKB. So because he didn't go for the early hood, he's now going for a much greedier itemization where he now needs like 10,000 gold to play against this Zeus. But of course, it does give him a little bit more scaling in the greed.
And smoke underneath that ward. So they realize exactly where Nigma are going for. Need to be careful about their positioning. Noob, who's going to break it first? If he breaks the smoke, GH spots him right away. Static Storm, not dropping it. And he gets caught there by that kinetic field. The tombstone down. GH tries to back away. Omar looking for the bushwhack, not going to connect. The rest of the team very much separated. And both smokes end up somewhat failing as they head back across to their respective positions.
Instant D-ward. And from Nigma at least, they identify the aggression from Ooredoo and they're actually itemizing for it quite nicely. Sumo, he's going for the Orchid. Ah, farewell.
Stuck around a bit too long.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, Ooredoo actually did ping out the left-hand side of that retreat. They're like, guys, there might be some heroes here. So they were scouting out a little bit. But yeah, Sumo, he is going for that Awkward. He's going to have it. Orchid, sorry. Oop, not Awkward. Orchid. He's going to have it 400 gold time. So Nigma kind of expecting to actually look to make some big moves on the map now as 5, not just as 4 that you have been doing.
Right. Well, I see the Timber pass on by. Omar still hunting, can't connect with them on the bushwhack, but MC is off to the side there too. Both retreating away together. And yeah, pipe done, shard next for Enigma. And it's even like a more fragile build coming out from Timber. He has the BKB queued up next, but is just sitting with the Kaya at the moment.
He doesn't want to fight right now. Like,
yeah.
Zeus has Kaya, Aether Lens, Shard. You know, minute 16. He is going to absolutely destroy Amar if he sees him for a second.
Glimpse to try and break up that big ulti coming in from the Hoodwink, and yeah, they will just give up that mid tower. I mean, still, this is all space for Sumail. He has been AFK farming and is keeping up with TA2000.
Yeah.
A couple hundred gold behind.
The issue with this space is for a Naga Siren, especially going into a Zeus, if you don't get on top of him, same thing with Primal Beast, your illusions aren't really going to survive. Yeah. They only survive when it's like you have a Mage Slayer that clicks it, plus a heart, then the Skadi. Like, we're talking about so much economy for this Naga Siren. And it's why going for the Orchid, it gives you a platform to go, you know what, if I do that cool mirror image play where I have illusion plus me, I find some random hero, I get a kill, then we smoke up and find others. Like, there's ways for them to play aggressive. I think just the domino effect is Amar just isn't tanky. He's kind of a creep until BKB, putting it bluntly.
Well, and that's what sort of you can see. They're trying to make moves maybe where they can take a 4-on-5 fight because they will have glimpse available. Good job to dodge that bushwhack. And as soon as everybody shows up, they got to run away. Noob is there, hits onto Amar. They back out and can't get that mid tower down. Did force 4 TPs in towards the mid lane, but now they're just going to retake that entire top side of the map, it looks like.
Yeah, really nice from Amar there, especially when he's hugging so many trees. He just spams all his spells around him, gets rid of the trees, doesn't get bushwhacked. He's like, all right, boys, they aren't going to be able to kill me. Let's run back. But look at him. He shows in a lane. Noob's like, what are you doing? Get out of here.
I mean, that was very close to being dead, but he's able to kill off the creep wave and get out of harm's way. TA2000 kind of being chased down by these illusions, but obviously he's going to be fine with that. Has the Midas done a long time ago and keeps his farm going as well.
Yep, 300 gold away from BKB. Wooter as well is about 1,400 gold away from his BKB. But Ooredoo will be pretty comfortable how the game's been progressing. At any minute, Ooredoo can go Roshan due to the fact they have Flesh Golem Tombstone, plus a nice right clicker in the form of Nature's Prophet. So if they ever get a big pick in this top side of the map, it will just be first Aegis.
Kuro steps out, realizes that that could have gone a little bit south for him, drops down a Sentry Ward, sees the obs, doesn't react to it yet, realizes it's in the area, takes it away, and just like that, nothing gained. I mean, yeah, that feels like it's a pretty nice move now to just go and try and take Roshan, considering they had so much vision over this side of the map. But
MC's doing a really good job. He's sending in Eidolons, even though he's been AFK farming top, but he sends one Eidolon in, keeps farming. So Nigma, they're respecting the fact that Ooredoo can go Roshan. They're also still deciding, yo guys, we have to farm here. Even like their lineup should never have been making big plays. So I think Nigma should be very comfortable in the game right now.
Yeah,
because they shouldn't expect to be the ones being the aggressors. If anything, I think Amar's probably a little bit uncomfortable with the fact that he has been, displaced so many times with his itemization, but again, soon the BKB, soon those things should change.
I mean, it feels right now to me as if OT really want to take a fight, and Nigma is continually dodging them. And they are smoked up now. We'll head into this side of the map. But again, Nigma backing away, keeping themselves at a distance. And, I'm looking at it. It's a Reaver in the inventory suddenly for Sumail. GH, he's going to be found. And that's going to be the one left behind. So quick sacrifice. And yeah, I think that if you're Nigma, you're perfectly fine with that.
I mean, look at just the mini-map. Like, I feel like that's all I've been doing for the last, 5 minutes. Just Mind Control sitting top, pushing it out. Sumo sitting bot with his Naga illusion, pushing out bottom. If he's able to, he gets him to mid. Like, it's just death by 1,000 cuts where Nigma are happily just, scaling up. Of course, the issue will be at what point does either team go to Roshan or at least go for that fight where it's like, okay, we finished scaling. This is our moment. I am still leaning Ooredoo, especially when the BKBs come out for Primal Beast. But, we'll have to wait and see. I think Sumail, he's chopping and changing his items like you mentioned. He's now going for the heart. Again, it's like offense versus defense, I feel, with this lineup. And Nigma just skirting around the game for now, really just waiting.
Well, one thing that definitely is going to be beneficial for Nigma here, too, is that there isn't that answer for BKB Black Hole. And MC already has just about 2 components of the BKB done. So that's something to consider. When Blink comes out too, it's going to be really hard for Ooredoo to deal with this.
Yeah. And the good thing as well, because he went for the pipe, even if he doesn't initiate the fight, if this is a Zeus ult, he's not going to be that awkward half HP from Zeus spells, then trying to blink Black Hole. It's now like, okay, I can pipe enable my team, they run in, tank the spells, then I perfectly see the engagement, and then bam, I reinitiate. So again, I feel like Nigma, they should be super happy with how the game's going so far. And for Ooredoo, it's like in the back of their minds, like, wait a second, guys, we're not really connecting on our spells. We're not really punishing them yet. We haven't taken first Roshan. The game is becoming a little bit awkward for the type of lineup that they have.
Yeah, I mean, it has been mega chill mode. And every minute that goes by with chill mode and nothing's happening, I feel like Nigma is just going to be happier and happier. Now, granted, there is a really big window here with Primal Beast's BKB. It feels like this is something that you have to take advantage of. It's such a big window for them. They are going to smoke up with 3 now. Looking for a pick. MC still in this area, but looking to probably just TP out now.
They have Zeus ult, though, if they want to start looking. And Primal Beast is perfectly pinging where MC is.
Yeah.
But, he pinged it, but didn't believe in himself.
Oh my god. No,
wait,
it's Dire
that's Dire Scan. That's Dire Scan. Yeah, I had to check. I was like, brother.
I mean, yeah.
We saw that in game 1. There was like a millimeter scan that missed, and not getting it 2 series in a row. What can you do?
Haste rune, often the death rune when people get overconfident. Amar, is this going to be a similar situation, or is he going to kill somebody?
I mean, he has a BKB. Worst case scenario, he has to use his first charge as a, look, I got a BKB, as he runs away.
MC up top, thinking about going on him, but not opting for it yet.
The tier 2 dive.
Gets hit. Going. Wrath of Nature out, nothing gained.
What a stalemate that we have here. again, Nigma doing a really good job just pushing out lanes constantly. I think the fact that Sumo just hasn't been found for nearly, what, the last 10 minutes or so.
Yeah.
Ooredoo just so scared to make any plays on the map.
Almost 300 last hits coming up for Sumail. He has been AFK mode farm. And now with Heart done, going into the Manta pretty soon afterwards, I mean, everything's coming up him.
You know the best thing about Naga games?
What's that?
They farm for all this time, they die once, and they never win the game.
Okay, got it.
So be ready for that scenario happening as well.
We'll see if it happens. There's definitely a possibility.
I don't want to be, you know, one of those guys, but yeah, Doombringer, but...
Oh, hello. A
Yo.
weird meeting up top. He thought about going, but then Maleficent walk away.
It'd also be a weird meeting down bottom as well. Omar sitting inside the trees.
Oh, illusion passing by. And they still see this Primal Beast with 4 heroes nearby. Sumail's going to get caught. TP's out, though, and he will be fine after the song. So no song for 2 minutes.
But instant smoke from Nigma.
And they are ready to battle this one.
The BKB's coming out on mind control as well, so both teams, they farmed up for the BKBs, they farmed up for this timing. Just who can execute better in the fight.
Ori, he's going to be the first one that they run into. Miss on the cookie, but kill on the pass-through of the Timber Chain. I mean, can they find more? They're thinking about it. Amar, Jason, looking for Noob. They could take the easier kill here of that Hoodwink as the Glimpse is going to pull her back in and get a second kill on the supports. I mean, this feels super easy for Nigma. They're getting everything that they want.
They're just chilling. They're just, you know, hitting some creeps. You know, use a song, don't die. Okay, smoke up, find a kill. Question is, were these pickoffs big enough for them to actually go towards Roshan? They are going to be looking.
I think it... And Amar runs up to high ground, sees TA2000 backing away. Nobody's showing up for this. Zeus is down bottom. They're taking down Roche.
And they have drum charges. They've got Little Shredder, Riptide. There's plenty of ways to make Roshan feel quite squishy. And yeah, already. With the lineup that they have, actually conceding first Roshan.
Yeah.
Rather unexpected. I just feel like Ooredoo aren't playing with the conviction that they've had in the previous game and also previous series.
I mean, you look at this over the last couple of minutes. We just take a look at like the net worth, the win probability graph. Every single minute that passed by with less and less happening, it has gone further and further into the favor of Nigma, now sitting at 68% after getting that Roche. So next couple of minutes, going to be really interesting to see if Nigma willing to sort of put on the aggression or if they still want to just sit back. They have that BKB done on MC, can go for a Blink Dagger next if they want to and take the fight, or they can just keep dodging and out farming him a little bit.
I mean, Amar got so pissed off with this Zeus. He literally went after Kaya, ready?
Yeah.
BKB, into Refresher.
Yeah, he's ready for it.
He's like, you know what? I'm not going to buy this hood. I'm not going to bother with these cheap shit. I'm going to go for the big boy stuff, you know? I'm going to get, what was it, 17 seconds of BKB in the first fight, and I'm just going to sit on top of this Zeus and prevent him from doing literally anything.
I think it's for the Soul Ring.
You know what? You sold me.
Yeah, there you go. Well, Song of the Siren, not going to work there. MC gives the tip to Sumail. He's been tipping a lot of teammates recently. Good old MC.
Just happy. Like, even in the interviews, it's like, it's good to see, like, GH, like, obviously not MC, but the idea of the team philosophy is like, they don't even know what's happening with the role swaps. Like, they're just 5 lads playing Dota. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Hopefully for Nigma fans, it can work well enough to keep them in the division.
And, you know, the other thing about this is with this, if they can get a 2-0 win here, this would set us up for 3 teams to be 2-3 coming in towards the end of the day here. And, well, a win in this fight would certainly put them on a good setting, but, oh my god, he had 2 rounds of BKB, he didn't use any of it. Can they get something out of the second round of this? Now, Omar, they kill off Omar, get the tier 2 tower, and, well, that was just the Aegis. Perfectly fine.
Yeah, I think Amar wishes he maybe used at least 1 BKB there to force him back a little bit. Realistically, if he was to BKB, was there follow-up damage? Maybe there was, but, you know, they take a tier 2.
Get the outpost.
They go again. Next time, Amar, I'm sure he'll press it.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it's true. Like, to a certain extent, I don't know how much they need that Aegis. They secure the tier 2. They can try and control the map more intensely. Now, if he dies in the next couple minutes, that's where it's really bad.
That's when things get funny, for
Yeah.
sure. He is waddling up behind. He's very aggressive with how he walks around, but again, he has double BKB. And for Nigma, I think that one engagement bottom is proof to why this game could potentially get awkward for them. Because hitting buildings going high ground against Zeus, Fury, and Primal, like, it's not going to be as simple.
Well, here I was thinking MC was going to be the team player going for Blink Dagger. He's buying an Aghanim Scepter on the Enigma.
We mentioned there's no real cancel to his hull, right? So why not? Why not go for the greed, get the damage going, get it pumping?
But, like, doesn't he need to get in position?
Ah, Amar will do that.
He'll
He'll corral them into the correct places.
That's the first BKB charge used. Finds him right at the start now. Mar trying to kill off and will get one. So BKB charge for the Hoodwink kill. And does have that refresher ready just in case things get a little bit spicy. Gleipnir out. Waiting for that zombie house to despawn now as, well, Naga has finished off the Bloodthorn. So a lot of HP on this hero. We really haven't seen TA2000 do almost anything, it feels like, on the MP.
No, I mean, because the Primal Beast hasn't been able to find the fight, and because Zeus hasn't been with the Primal to then give Nature's Prophet engagement, like, it's just been hard. And also, Nigma's been skipping the wave so long that Nature's Prophet has had to be on the side lanes, pushing out the lane. So, macro-wise, Nigma really are just, dragging Ooredoo very wide, so they can't make any of these quick plays.
Walks forward in division. TA2000 caught, pops that BKB, runs away. Gleipnir out. Bushwhack is there as well. Walks in, but they have the cookie to get away from trouble. And so nothing really gained. Noob can't quite get that kill onto Kuro, who's living through it, and now the Song of the Siren for the re-engage. Okay, should be enough to take down the Hoodwink, as that is the 6th death for the Squirrel.
Into an instant D1 from GH, but yeah, I kind of agree with you. I feel like for MC at least, a Blink Dagger would be really nice. Because imagine if you hit some fat song, BKB Black Hole on top of that, bada bing, bada boom, you're gonna get some kills.
But I mean, I guess that is the other argument, is like that
He doesn't
have
need
the
the
song
blink
to set it up.
Yeah, that's
right?
true. That's
so
true.
he can like guarantee that he gets a kill on like everybody when he has that Aghanim's Black Hole. Haven't seen one of them this entire game.
We've not really seen a lot again in this game. It's been a lot of farming, not a lot of kills. Honestly, I thought coming into the series, both of these teams would have a little different play style, bit like break the map down. But no, it's been rather methodical, especially in the second game.
Well, one thing that we didn't really talk about that much is sort of the mental reset that needs to be done. And I think that because of how well Ooredoo Thunder has been able to play this entire tour, sort of forgotten a younger team dealing with a sort of heartbreaking loss like that in game number 1 can be hard to recover.
Yeah.
I think that's some of what we're seeing here potentially. I mean, also, there's that worry that if you give one bad fight up and then, the Naga Siren wins that one pretty convincingly, the entire rest of your game is just going to be a slow death. And now, wanting to really push this, take the fight, we'll see if OT can do it.
Yeah, it's also, I think, for... Oh, wait, they're smoking first.
Yeah.
Hold up.
Are ready with that BKB refresher. Good to go. Big wraparound. Trying to get some vision down. Kaori drops down the ward. That one's scouted immediately. Amar jumped into all of them. BKB out, finds Kaori. Tombstone down on the high ground. Already almost dead. Heals it back up after the Snapfire tried to go on it. Warder finding that backline. Is on to MC. He's got him caught, and yeah, Amar goes down. They still have Black Hole ready if they need it with the BKB, but the stun's there. Sumail living through this. Gleipnir doesn't connect onto MC. Sumail very survivable as they chase them into the trees. That's the Song of the Siren out. Are they grouped together enough for MC? He's walking forward. Black Hole down with the BKB and Curl on the side with the Mortimer's Kisses. It's not enough. They didn't have enough to kill him off. Sumail is dead. They're all going down. Kuro does get 2A2000. But with Nigma, it's everybody going down dead. A full wipe. And I mean, they waited a long time for the perfect fight, but eventually it came out for them.
Yeah, and for Ooredoo, it's just really nicely done, right? It's that nice wraparound. They have the vision to start, and I feel like Amar, he thought it was incredibly tanky with his double BKB, but TA2000 just ripped through him. And you see the damage from Nature's Prophet and Zeus just pumping out nearly 5,000 each.
Hmm.
I kind of hope we have a replay of that. I think positioning is key for Nigma's lineup, and we're mentioning, oh, the song's set up for the black hole and whatnot, but when MC's on the retreat the entire time, and here we go. So it all starts in Omar jumping onto Kaori, but you're going to see Tier 2000 with the DD just pretty much puts Omar into, yep, instantly dead. And yeah, the fact that, again, Wooter's on one side, Tier 2000 on the other side, Amar's gone, MC's already half HP, he can't black hole, there's no blink BKB threat, so it's not as if Noob and Tier 2000 positioning on the right-hand side needs to be respected too much. So going back to previous discussions, there's a whole Ags versus Blink scenario. Right. Maybe the Blink would have been better in this very specific fight, but yeah, he doesn't have the HP, and also the way he positioned his black hole instantly just killed off. So yeah, I mean, kind of rough from Nigma.
I'm thinking in this, the way that Amar's been playing these mid Timber Saws against like high physical damage, he's literally just a glass cannon, which is weird to say about Timber Saw, because he's oftentimes not able to play with like a ton of reactive stacks, and going into that fight, he just didn't have any survivability because it's all bursts, right? Refresher, BKB, Kaya, like all these things sort of do that. He is going in for the Sanj now, but yeah, if he doesn't have the reactive, it's all bad. So 33 minutes in, a 5k gold lead and more for the glass cannon, as I think that was the blink dagger being brought out now for Amar on top of the Sanj. At level 20, see what he goes for. He decides to take 11 strength after being bursted last fight. Black hole still in cooldown, 40 seconds. Walking in, GH there. They find him right away, catches Amar, but the BKB after the static storms drop down. Now just trying to run away. Noob will not be able to catch on to them. So that will be a clean disengage here.
Yeah, negative. They don't want to fight here. Very much waiting for the blink on MC for the best fight, and also black hole would be helpful.
Yeah.
If anything, they can easily smoke up here and then look for that one play, because again, at any point in this game, if OT positioning is bad, the black hole will hit, right? So OT, they need to try and make these fights as chaotic as possible. They need to utilize the Zeus ult. So when these spells are down, Nigma will go.
Yeah, and you can see the illusions get sent out first. They have that blink dagger now done for Sumail. So if they're all grouped together, you can go for a big black hole play. Waiting to the side.
Starting with this one, blink initiate.
Easily found. It's going to be TA2000. That might be good enough. So MC moves into position, black hole down. The damage is going to be there, but he got the BKB off, because that's the way that interaction works. MC is going to die, but TA2000, can they bring him down with just Sumail and Amar? It's a good chunk of damage, and it will indeed be enough. The stun is there for the follow-up from Kuro. They take down 3. Amar chasing onto Noob. Sumail looking for the catch. He does have an ensnare, but the BKB obviously keeping him from being able to use it.
You know, I just remember Fear saying about, you know, how they draft, also how they itemize. Poor Sumail on the Naga, he had to go for the blink to initiate for his team.
Right.
Exactly. He was the one who had to start with the song and then follow up. And also, if you press BKB whilst your song, there's always that one little tick that BKB hits. Some might say that shouldn't be a thing, but yeah, either way, Nigma, nice vision, nice smoke, punish the fact there isn't Zeus ult available to scout out these positioning. TA2000 finally gets picked off in this important mid game, and yeah, Roshan should be falling, yep, as it does to Nigma now, once again.
So 8k gold lead, and a pretty good grip on this game is what it feels like for Nigma. There still is obviously avenues for some crazy things to happen, which we've seen before, but GH, he's almost got done now the Aghanim Scepter too, which is another one of those just layering huge team fight abilities that they've got on the side of Nigma.
Yeah, greatly prefer his itemization in this game. I like the fact, I think Boots of Bearing is one of those items that if you play with a mentality of looking for the kills, it's a really good item, no cooldown, high move speed, but this time going for the Aghanims, secure the game for yourself, especially I'm pretty sure now if you song with static, of course, Nature Prophet can't then BKB from that one. Okay. So if you just throw the kitchen sink with him, with all your ults inside the song, they're going to be going down.
Well, nonetheless, it's going to be a tier 2 tower taken. Both of them, as down bottom is also going to go down.
The blink's complete.
Hey,
there we go.
Already.
37 minutes mind control, very much online. It's been some time since I've seen, or at least been in a game with an Ags and a BKB on Enigma.
Yeah. I mean, it's so much damage. 3% of max HP. It's pretty nuts. And then, of course, that little pull thing going on, too, which is super annoying to deal with.
Yeah, especially against Nature's Prophet. Like, you know how they want to play, right? It's stand still, have Satanic, A-click throughout the fight, become this kind of turret, and yeah, Nigma will be the hardest to counters. So Ooredoo, they really need to set, after Aegis, they need to survive for 3 minutes, and when it's gone, they have to set the pace of the fights. But again, Sumo linking in.
Oh, they get vision. And now a couple caught. GH is going to start it on this side. These heroes don't even have BKB, so no need to worry about that one at all. As both get brought down, although TA2000 comes in and is able to get a nice little snipe there onto GH. And MC a little bit too far away to make that BKB
Nice
black hole play. As TA2000 tries to run away, scouting with the Mortimer's Kisses. And Invis, they saw him pass by. Do they know he's over here? Sumail, oh my god, blinks right in. They spot for a second that Zeus, but he manages to blink out too.
Yeah, or just on the retreat. I just feel like they just can't fight, especially into this Aegis. I don't see a way in which they can stand in an area and go, okay, let's hug this ward and fight. Because Sumo, as soon as he has a little sniff of fight, boom, instant song blink up. And there is no way these supports or anyone's going to be able to even survive this. Even Zeus. Like, you show for a second, you're going to get caught. Because, of course, it's Aghanim's from Disruptor. The song into Static Storm, no one's safe now. So early, they need to split this map. And splitting the map against Naga Siren, it's a near impossible feat.
Right. It feels quite bad. I mean, you're out there on the map right now looking to try and make something happen, and you've got illusions running in mid, you've got illusions pushing in bottom, and the entire rest of the map is being farmed. And, grant NP, you've got these treants that are up on the top side of the map pushing out the lane, all the rest of it, but it just means that NP is going to be the only one farming, and they have an answer for TA2000 with the BKB black hole. So game looking tough for them at the moment. We'll see what the next couple of minutes unveil here. Maybe they could go for some type of I think that they could just keep whittling away at the towers if you're Sumail.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like Nigma's in the same position that OT was in the previous game. It's their game to lose now. It's their game to go to high ground, awkwardly try and engage into a very formidable to high ground defense. Zeus spells, some defensive plays, Tombstone, Nature's Prophet easily being able to click from position. So, I feel like Nigma, they're going to happily look for the free pickers from the side of the map, but potentially might even wait for another Aegis. Try and bait Ooredoo back out onto the map to then try and break them. And Ooredoo are back on the map.
Oh, Sumail, Song there yet again, and they're going to find one. It's going to be the Primal Beast, who is very quickly brought down. And
they see 2000.
Yeah, the ward's up on the high ground. They spot him. MC catches just barely before he gets brought down. Was so close to being able to kill off that Enigma, but did not happen. So MC lives, TA2000 goes down, and with 3 kills now online, this game feeling like it could be wrapped up pretty quickly here. What a solid showing from Nigma against Ooredoo Thunder here.
This is proof of
finding more.
Wait a second, Amar's just in, yeah.
That BKB, he's just going to be okay, but the glimpse back pulls him into position. The net's down, Sumail coming to play cleanup. Noob trying to get away, but to no avail. The tier 3 tower is going to get dropped down.
Amar's in again?
Yeah, Kuro says, get in there. A little bit of ability griefing maybe as Amar is going to be fine back.
Padding stats.
Very good stuff.
No, I think Sumo easily trying to get the MVP in this game at least. Even though the scores look like Amar's had a pretty stellar showing, I think Sumo just played this game from at the kind of leading his team into the charge. As soon as he had his timing to follow me, I'll find you the kills, and he really is just fishing for any free pickoffs. And when he finds them, the team's ready to capitalize.
Wow. And definitely the case as they head towards mid now, and tier 3 tower going to drop down, but the song is there, catches onto both of them.
They have Static Storm.
It's down, it's done. They are going to explode here as they find both of them. They even throw in another Snapfire catch, and with everybody dying, GG is called. Nigma come in and take 2-0 for Ooredoo Thunder.
I gotta give a lot of respect towards Nigma in this one. I think after game 1, they saw a weakness in OT, which was wider map play.
Yeah.
And I think their game 2 draft was like, hey, this is a weakness of OT as a team, and let's draft this exact style. And not a lot of teams have that kind of ability to pivot their entire playstyle.